Hi everyone. So I'm back with another video of mine, and today's video is going to be on a very crucial functionality of Salesforce, that is Salesforce Reports. And if you're aware, reports actually help us to analyze how a particular organization and how the employees are performing in that organization, or what about the opportunities, how many are we able to close, and we can track, we can keep a lot of, check on how we are performing as a team and various other functionalities. So as you can see, I'm already logged into my Salesforce org, and I'm quickly going to go and click on the reports tab. If you don't see the reports tab at the top, you can go to more and you will find the reports tab in there. So after clicking on reports, I have already created some reports and I can see those reports here. But then since I want to create a new report, I will click on new report, and this is the pane that appears as soon as I click new reports. So what are these? These are just basically some of the standard objects which are already there in Salesforce, like accounts and contacts, opportunities, leads, campaigns, etc. And these are the cross filters. So if you want to create a report which involves the fields from both account and contacts object, then you will have to choose the cross filter of contacts and accounts as your report type. But if you want to choose, let's say, only opportunities, for example, if you want to create a report on all the opportunities which are currently in prospecting stage, so you would not need any of the cross filters of accounts and contacts. You would only simply need the opportunities report type. So just to explain you better, I'm going to go with contacts and accounts cross filter. And also, just I want to mention one more thing, that if you have created some custom objects and you want to create reports on them, you have to go to setup, and there is a checkbox on the in the setup menu that needs to be activated in order to make the custom objects available for reporting. So now we are going to go to contacts and accounts as our report type, and this is our reporting pane, as you can see. And here is the outline section available, which displays all the columns which we see here. This is our main reporting preview pane, and it says previewing a limited number of records. We have to run the report to see everything. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this to update. As I'm making the changes, it is going to update the preview. So here are some of the columns. I can cross out the columns that I don't need. So let's say that the report that I want to create is, I want to see the names of all the contacts whose accounts are owned by me, Sakshi Gupta, and whose account names are either Edge Communications or United Oil and Gas Corp. So what I'm going to do, I am going to cross out some of the columns from here. Salutation, I don't need the mailing address, I just need the zip code. I don't need the fax. And I want to add some of the fields, so I will click on the fields section, and here are all the fields from both contacts as well as account objects. So here, like, you have contact general, then you have contact address, contact, and then account general, account address, and so on. Yeah, so if I want to add some fields here, let's say that I want to see the last activity that took place on these accounts. So I'm going to just drag and drop this where I want to see this, like this. And then if I also want to see last modified by, who did last modify it? All right, so this is how you add and delete the columns in the report. And now talking about the logic that I mentioned. So if I want to, create a report, so the first thing was that the accounts should be owned by me. So I'm going to go to filters. I'm going to add a filter. So now filter is going to help us filter out the results. The name explains it well. So I'm going to add the filter which says contact. Oh, no, I want account owner. Now here are the operators. Do I want it equals, not equal, less than, greater than, starts with, or something? So I just want it equals to my name, right? And I don't want to see just my contacts. I want to see, I could have gone here and chosen my accounts, but anyway, I am doing all accounts. And I want to add another filter that the account name. We can add as many filters as we want. So account name equals United Oil and Gas Corp. All right, and then there is one more that I want to add. It equals Edge Communications. And so first of all, I'm going to set the range of the create date to all time, because by default it is taking the creation date as today. And now the problem here is that I am saying two things, that account owner is me and the account name is United Oil and Gas Corp and account name is Edge Communication. Now these are two contradictory statements. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a filter logic. I'm going to say 1 and 2 or 3. See, now I have 1 and 2 or 3. So I want either of these and the owner is me. Now this is how it looks, right? And I can again go back to outline if I want to group these, since we have multiple entries by account name, so I can group this by account name. So what it is going to do, it is going to display all the entries with the name of account name Edge Communications as two rows with single Edge Communication. So we can, distinguish between the account names like this because we have grouped by them. I can group by the account owner like this. Yeah. Or we can group by account owner first and then we can group by account name. Like this. So all the the groups are owned, all the fields are owned by Sakshi Gupta and the account name is Edge Communications and United Oil and Gas Corp. Now, if you see here, it's showing subtotals. I don't need to see these subtotals. So here are certain, edits that we can make. I don't want to see subtotals, so I'll just switch the slider off. I don't want to see a grand total. I can switch this off as well. Also, if at times you just want to see the count, how many accounts are there which are owned by me and the name is Edge Communication and United Oil and Gas Corp. So I don't need the detailed rows. At times, if that scenario comes up, then you can switch off the detailed rows and it is just going to show you the record count. But I do need to see the detailed rows here, so I'm going to switch this on. Now I will quickly go and change the name. So since it's a private report that I'm creating, so I think it would be easier for me to understand this. I'm going to click on save and run. Now here the report name is there. It is by default added to the unique name. If I want to add any description, I can add here. And here I can select a folder. So if I want to save this privately, I don't want to share it with anybody, I can add it to the private folder. If I want everyone to be able to access this report, it can be in the public. I can create another folder from your new folder and then add the report to that one through folders, right? And so I have added this to private folder and I'm clicking on save. And now since we chose save and run, so it's running as well. And here is our report, right? Okay. Thank you, everyone. If you have any other questions, please don't hesitate to comment and ask your questions. Or if you have any other comments on the topics that I should make videos on in Salesforce, please let me know. And please like, share, and subscribe so that it helps me grow and I can make better content for all of you. Thank you.